The Constitutional Court on Friday came out with a long-anticipated ruling on the constitutionality of granting the legislature sweeping investigative powers. This has been backed by the opposition lawmakers who have used their legislative majority to ram the measures through Parliament.
However, the court struck down nearly all of them on the grounds they were unconstitutional. This included allowing the legislature to impose penalties on people who give false testimony or refuse to hand over information or attend hearings. A requirement for the president to give a State of the Nation address on the legislative floor and take questions from lawmakers was also struck down. Let's hear what ruling party and opposition politicians had to say.
This is regrettable to the extreme, and it gives the utmost protection to officials from the administration. We must be brave and give criticisms that our grand justices are really hired thugs of the ruling party. They gave an extremely restrictive interpretation of our investigation rights. All the TPP and KMT press conferences are still just engaging in political manipulation or attacks. When a constitutional interpretation from the Grand Justices comes out, there are no so-called winners and losers. For the part that involves investigative powers, so many items were ruled unconstitutional today. TSMC no longer needs to be worried, and ordinary people no longer need to be afraid.
The Constitutional Court ruled that special investigative task forces in the legislature, as the opposition parties had pushed for, were unconstitutional. They were also not allowed to assert investigative powers for cases that were already in litigation. In addition, legislators were not allowed to directly investigate cases that were already being investigated by other government agencies. In addition, a requirement that ordinary people or NGOs provide the legislature with information or get slapped with a fine of up to 100,000 NT dollars is unconstitutional.